I just wanted to come in and say something. It's just that it's like everybody fight and everybody I feel like it's a time for everything. When a person is when a person is they want to feel superior, they want to feel over the next person. And it's kind of disappointing because people act this way in spite of another person. And I feel like I said, it's a time and place for everything. You know, when you want to feel better than, or and you're fighting a feeling of this person is making you feel less than. It all depends on it all depends on the timing. Like you can do this all on your own timing. And if y'all are fighting, then you know nothing is going to get done correctly. Think about the occasion. Like I said, okay, so I had got into it with my family members, and we were all sitting at the table and we were playing cards, and we was drinking wine and just having a good time. And it got to the point where I started noticing some type of tension. I was really confused on what was going on, like, and I'm like, okay, so I was in a moment of just letting go and just enjoying the moment, but it just wasn't the same. It was one-sided with me, and I didn't realize this until we all started fighting. It was my grandmother's funeral. It wasn't her funeral yet, but we was all preparing for that time to come about the next day. And that's, I mean, I had a free mind about everything. I noticed, like, my sister, she was getting all hyped up, and it didn't make sense to me. I just, that's that moment where you blame it on the alcohol, because that's the impression she was giving off. So, and then my other sister, you know, she was she was taking videos, taking pictures, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just started making a problem out of no problem. It was a card game, and I was explaining to her, I'm like, well, she won, so therefore I have to basically undo everything that I did. We was playing Skipple. So in the hand of Skipple, we whoever wins is our loss. Like no matter how close we are, it's a loss because that person won. So therefore now we have to play our hand all over again. We have to reorder the cards and do it all over again. And I couldn't. I was like, it was hard. It was hard getting all these cards together. It was hard. You know, this just don't come in easy. That's what I was just saying that, and it was all just laughing. I'm like, because like, you know, so many cards is dealt, so many cards we gotta pick, and it took so much time for me to get these cards in order. And now that she won, now I gotta do it all over again. But I accepted it. I gotta just do it all over again. So my sister on the other side of the table, she's like, well, um, yeah, I wasn't my cards wasn't in order this time. It was in order last time, so I'm not really losing anything. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you had all your cards, your card you because I really pay attention. So I'm like, your hand was set. You could have won too, but like I said, when she wins, we have to start over. So she was just, going back and forth about no, this, no, the I didn't have an order this time. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, I was trying to make you feel good about your loss, but if you want to just, keep fighting with me about how what I seen on the table, what was presented to me, then okay, we can go ahead and deal the cards. So she's like, well, you didn't even have your cards laid out. They weren't upright on the table. They were face down. I'm like, okay. So whatever, they was face down. And she was like, no, they were face down. So it's like, it don't even count. I'm like, yes, it does. My cards was in order. It doesn't matter if it does matter if they're face up, but at the time I was just waiting for my cards. So that's what I'm saying. This part right here doesn't need explanations. The fact that she wanted an explanation. She wanted to keep pushing it on. She wanted to keep egging on the situation so that everything turned out and escalated the way it was, the way it did. Like this, it didn't matter to me. I'm just like, can we deal the cards? Just come on. And she's just like, they're upright. They were down. They weren't. They were down face. They were not upright. They were not upright. And she just kept saying it and saying it and saying it all over again. I'm like, what does it matter? Just deal the cards and let's go. And she just kept saying it, kept saying it, and kept saying it. To this point, I'm like, everything just started coming back to me. I'm like, this is what she does. She eggs on the situation. She keeps pressing and keeps pressing until something lashes out. And I was at the point where I'm not going to keep taking this from a 23-year-old girl, my younger sister that just does not want to find it, does not want to respect me. I'm not going to keep doing this with you. It didn't even have to go this far. You're arguing about some cards that's face down instead of the fact that they were in order. They were ready to be, I was about to win, but like I said, I didn't because my older sister, she had her cards and she won the game. So I'm like, what does it matter if my cards were face down or face up? I wasn't gonna win until all my cards in my hand were gone in the first place. And my cards wasn't gone in my hand. So I was patient enough to just let my cards sit there until my cards were gone. I couldn't lay it down. I couldn't lay down my hand until I knew for a fact, like, well, I did lay down my hand. But like I said, we were intoxicated at the time. So what does it matter if I flip, my cards over or not? She still won the game. And like I said, all she kept saying the whole time, they're face down. They're not face up. They're face down. They're not face up. And this is where she's pressing and she's pressing and she's pressing because she's not getting that reaction out of me until she got that reaction. When she got that reaction, it was all bad because now I'm standing up and I'm ready to fight her just because she kept pressing. She kept pressing. And that's the thing. Like, all of this happened, and who's to blame in the end? I was to blame because I reacted, and not on one. What effect? The fact that I reacted on her, they all stepped in. So it's like I'm the one to blame because I'm standing up for myself. I'm telling you what happened, and you just keep pressing me and keep pressing me for a reaction. And like I said, it's about the occasion. I was good. It was all good. Like, I wasn't gonna react on her, and I wasn't thinking about the occasion. None of us was thinking about the occasion because we were drinking at the time. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we got enough common sense to know, when to stop. And I felt like it wasn't in her to stop. She just had to be right. You know, Even if, like I said, what was there to be right about? What you want me to say? My cards were flipped up on the table, and they were not they were flipped down, and they were not flipped up. What difference does it make? My older sister still won. What, this is not gonna make anything different. It was just the fact that she was feeling some type of way. She was upset. She wasn't getting enough attention, maybe. You know, before this all happened, I seen her walk over to my stepdad, give him a hug, and they both were staring at me. And I'm just like, I wasn't really, I wasn't paying no mind, but I still observe. I'm observant to my situations. So I'm just like, you know, this ain't about to end well. Um, so yeah, I just had to get that off my chest because that's something that just really bothered me. I it's times like those, like I just don't understand why you people just keep, like, people like her just keep pressing and pressing and picking. The fact that they're not thinking about the occasion, they're not thinking about nobody else but themselves, and this is why nothing turned out right. So, and after everything was said and done, my mom finally said, my mom just died, like she felt some type of way. But it's like, who else was thinking about that? Who else was thinking about that at this kind of time? Y'all all attacked one person. Does that make y'all any better, about the situation? Does it make it any better? No, it doesn't, because y'all all were in on it. Y'all all attacked me, so regardless of my mom just passed or not, you still attacked one person and you didn't hold no one else accountable for what happened but me, but this one person. So yes, I was very bothered because nobody was trying to hear, or they wasn't even there at the time. No, my stepdad was there at the time, but my mom wasn't there at the time, and it's like I was the only one pointed at, for ruining something that was already, being ruined by the very person that no one is looking at, because all of their eyes are on me. So yeah, my grandma had just passed, and I was I was enjoying my time with my family, and I feel like everyone needs to be held accountable for what they did and what took place at that time. It's a time to, lay down your crown, and it's a time to pick up your crown, and it's a time to wear your crown. You know, if you feel like you need to take off somebody else's crown in order for you to pick up your crown, there's a time for that. And events like that is not the time, so regardless, I just had to get that off my chest because that really bothered me. I was really feeling some type of way, like I really did um feel hurt by that situation. Yeah.